This is part 3 of a novice changing the charge fuse on a Yose Power e-bike battery kit bought in 2023. They've got two fuses, one for the charge and one for the discharge, and the charge one is usually much lower, so that one's 10 amps, so I'm guessing that's the charge fuse. It's just a car fuse really, or a vehicle fuse if you want to call it. And this one's right here, this looks to be so I'm taking this to be the charge. So I'm going to check that first and see if it's blown. I hope it is actually, because that's what I want to have blown. This is the charge port. I accidentally in the dark touched the lock key, which should be the other side. I touched that to the charge port, a spark flew, and I'm hoping that the fuse is saving the circuitry, you know, because that's what they're meant to do. They're meant to sacrifice themselves. That bit in the middle should be blown away. I really hope so. I mean broke. Broke in the middle. There. To me this looks a total mess. Well, not a total mess, but quite messy. You've got that little cable going over there. I wonder if they've put that there so that it sort of holds that in place a bit. You know, keeps it away from the battery pack. I don't know. But yeah, that definitely looks like the red fuse or whatever colour you would call it. And it's got a bit of insulation tape on both sides. So I'm probably going to try and take this side off and try and pull the tape out. I don't know whether I move this wire, you know, it's really thin, but yeah, I don't know. That cable's going down there. Maybe I could even can I take this out? Just unplug it? I don't know, but I'm just going to take the insulation off. I might speed this up, but I've got it to go away, so it should be alright. So far, so good. Yeah, great. Great news, guys. It's broke. Yeah. I'll show you in a minute. Hopefully this will come out really easily. Don't need force. I need force. I'll move that wire out of the way. Don't know. Hopefully I'll remember to move it back, but I don't know if it does it any good really. I got it with a pair of pliers, which are not meant to use actually, you know, but I just yanked it out. So that's good news. And let's see if it's broke. Yes, it's broke. Thank goodness. So that's what fuses are meant to do. They're meant to sacrifice themselves. So you save the circuitry from a big surge in power, and it's worked. I'll just check it as 10 amps. Yep, it's 10 amps rating. This spare came with the battery kit and it's 10 amps, so doesn't matter what way, just put it back in. There we go, here, it's jammed in. I'm just going to keep using the same insulation tape because, I mean, if I felt more confident, maybe I'll get another bit to put down there so it holds it on, just in case. Yeah, when I put it in, it clicked, you know, once it was right in, it clicked. So you're looking for that click when you put it back in, I think. Actually, I'm just going to leave it the way it is because I don't know if that's special electrical tape. I doubt it is, but yeah, I'm just going to leave it. It's coming off there the other side a bit. That's because of me, I think. Because I held it down at the bottom there. I don't know. I'm going to put that wire back over. I don't know if it's a good idea either, but that's the way it came. I've put that wire back over it. That's the way it was. because I don't know if they're trying to keep it in place or something with it, you know. But, I mean, it could touch the metal in theory, you know, but that's the way it was. So, just cowboy job, really, I think, but, you know. Yeah, because when you're yanking that off, you could, you know, pull any wire, you know, yank the whole wires out. It's just a accident waiting to happen, really. I don't like this hanging next to that chip, but I just don't know what to do. It's got silicon there anyway. I mean, the fuse doesn't heat up or anything, so, or so I hope. See if that fits. I think this is hanging out though, isn't it? By the looks of it. That'll be too high. Is that better? I don't know. Yeah, it's got to come down a bit. Well, all the wiring's down below this, so that's me. I'm just putting it back in there. I don't know. Don't blame me. Don't blame me. Actually, the lock bit's in the way on the other side, so I've brought it back up again, but it seems to. I'll just keep moving it about till it fits. See, I wonder if they're using the lock compartment bit to keep it away from the chip or to keep it away from the battery itself. I don't know, but I'll just keep messing about with it. I can't advise you. I've put it near the chip side. I think that's the side it came, but I really don't know. So, here we go. I'll just give it one last look. Make sure it's insulated and tape on. Yeah. It's a lock compartment's getting in the way. Yeah, that feels alright. No, it doesn't. You get the idea. It's this that's in the way. It still doesn't feel right on this side, but I'll just keep messing about with it. I hope. This side doesn't feel right. They seem to be Phillips size 2. I'll put the 8 housing screws back in now. To me they seem to be Phillips size 2. Half an inch long. I suppose I should take these as spares anyway, because, well, not this one because it's broke, but yeah. They're just car ones, so you can get them easily enough. You can get them in big packs for £3, etc. Multi-size, multi-ratings, amp ratings. Just make sure you get the correct amp ratings. These two came with Yose Power kit. I could be talking rubbish, but maybe this is a bit to get right first, because I think that was, the lip was sort of over slightly, so it wasn't really in snugly. So maybe get that right, because the lock compartment sort of goes in there, and that's in the way, basically. All the wires need to move for that, really. The other side with the charge port, the wires can move about, you know, but this side can't, the wires. This is electric, but I'm just going to do it manually, just because I'm scared, basically. So I'll speed this up. I just done that to get them a bit in, but then I'm taking real care. Just going slowly. I'm not using the electric on it. Probably you could, if you know, you feel confident, you know. I'll just turn them a little bit. I was using that as a guide earlier on. You like? Oh. Anyway, you do there, and you do there, and you do there, etc. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Well, I feel I've tightened them up, but I'm worried because you don't want any seal. You don't want any water ever getting in here. So I'm a bit worried about that, balancing it with not wasting the screws, you know, so I'm not too happy, but I'll see how it goes. There's a bit here. Hang me. What I might do is I might put waterproof tape all over this, because I don't want anything. You never want water getting in here, that's for sure. Yeah, this bit here, I don't know if that's meant to be like that, the design, or, you know, there's a little dash goes along there. But, you know, it looks like a little gap, but I really don't know. Does that look right to you? Well, hope so. The other side's okay. Here's the lock side again. Don't know, is that a gap? I don't know. And personally, I can put my warranty sticker back on. I've got all the screws back off and it turns out it wasn't in right, so there should be nothing, no gap there at all. That lip, there was a sort of lip thing that should be on the inside, and so I think this sort of area, you really need to check that this is all really totally flush. There's nothing at all, totally sealed. This is the other side, it'll be like that once it's back on. I've got all the screws out at the moment, so there's nothing at all there. Should be pretty obvious, I guess, but I couldn't be sure. I think I've damaged all the screws, so I'm just praying that I get them all back on. They're not posi drive, are they? I would change them all for Allen key or something, but I've not got any spares. So I'm try to see this sealed, you know, that's what I'm sort of going by, but I'm worried to waste these like that, you know, slippage. Maybe the best way is to put it on your knee so you can always see, or on your leg. Yeah, placing it on top of my leg, on my body, I could watch it, you know. So I'm hoping that's it. But that definitely wasn't right. Thank goodness I opened it again. I pray I never have to open the barriers again, these screws, because a lot of them probably won't go the next time. So make sure it looks sealed everywhere, especially this top side. I originally had a gap here because the inner lip was on the outside, so that's me, I've fixed it. Thank goodness. Now you see if it charges, because I think this battery has been flat for months, so it may not even charge. Alright, here goes. This should go red if it's charging. There we go, we've got it. We've got it, guys. Well, for now. It's just so frustrating that something that could be so easy, it's just so hard because you need to open up the battery and stuff. It's just bad design and I don't know. I don't know what's going on really. But I don't care anymore. I'm back in the game. Well, it seems to have charged as normal. It took about, I don't know, 12 hours, 14 hours. I've not actually tried it yet. There's no way of telling if it's really charged apart from that green light. When it's charging, it's red. And I'm just looking around the seals here. I don't like to see any. If any water got in there, it'd be really, well, terrible. Like I say though, on the YouTube channel of Yose Power, they answer comments and they say that if you're changing the fuse, then it doesn't matter. It doesn't void the warranty. But you'll need to ask them. You can ask them in the comments there, because they reply. Alright, let's connect it to the bike and see if it works. I'm not very happy about that, you know, it's not much of a protection, but that's what it has. I thought this would tell me, you know, if it's charged or not, but it's got to be connected to the other stuff, probably. This stands for Hailong, so it's a Hailong case, just a case. This is where the sticker goes, but I'm looking at the seal. Please be sealed, please. This is the other side. Be sealed, be sealed. Round about here, just make sure that's in totally. And the front. That bit there's the bit I got wrong. No, it's not, it's a lock side I got wrong. It's a lock side I got wrong. The lip was hanging, overlapping. Looks okay now. I took this info off the battery, that's what I think. It's 36 volts, 15.6 amp hours. Breaking news, guys, I can tell with this without it being connected, so I can tell the battery's condition, and I've done it by switching the power button on. I mean, that would be really useful when you're charging or any time, you know, but when you've got the button off, That doesn't work either. So, bit worried about that red light, but I'll find out later. Time to try. It's a front wheel drive. It works. I need to sort other stuff up, you know, but it works anyway. Am I happy? No, I'm not, because that could have taken 5 minutes. Instead, it's taken me months to be depressed about it, and it was pretty dangerous opening the thing up and stuff, and could break your warranty. But Yose Power in their YouTube channel in the comments say it doesn't, but who knows? So the stress and stuff. But I'm back. I'm back at my bike. Thank goodness for that. Anyone who's not got an e-bike, I recommend to get one because it's fantastic. It's joyous. It's like someone's giving you a push. It just opens up a new world. And remember, folks, don't confuse the charge port with the lock, because if you put the lock key in the charge port, you'll short circuit it, you'll get a spark probably, your fuse will blow, and you'll be in the situation I was. So always make sure. I might even put something there and mark it, you know. I've done it in the dark, but there you go, that's it. It's all over. Bye bye.